What's up guys, AK Games, back here with another video, and today in this video, as you can see by the title, I am going to be doing my COD Zombies tier list. Now before we do get into this video, please do like and subscribe with notifications on, as I would really appreciate it and it would help the channel out a lot. Also share it with other people just to get my channel out there. Now, I've seen this trending on YouTube, a lot of zombies YouTubers doing this type of stuff, so I thought I'd do it myself. Now we have the tiers, so we have best maps ever, which is self-explanatory. We have great, good, fun maps, and we have average maps that aren't really good and they're not that bad. Then we have bad, very bad, delete from history, which means I never want to play them again, and then never played or not played enough is for maps, obviously, again, self-explanatory, I haven't played enough. So we're going to go straight in with it now. Some of them, as you can see, is Origins Chronicles, and there's another Origins in here somewhere. So some of them I will be linking together. Some of them, actually, I just link them all together. So first of all, Origins, it has to be best map ever. Now Origins, when it first came out, was my favourite map. Till another map came out and took that spot. We'll get into in a bit. Now I'm putting this best maps ever, just because it was different from what we had seen before in Black Ops 2. You know, you got the staffs, you got the robots, obviously it's bringing back the premise characters, and the Easter egg was amazing, probably the best Easter egg, I think, in the whole, but maybe Mob the Dead can rival it, but everything that, yeah, about the map was great. It was just, it sort of helped lead on to Black Ops 3, which is my favourite zombies experience, the one I played the most, so that's probably why I have it up in the best maps ever. Moving on to Verrupt, I'm going to put them in average because, I mean, find Verrupt here. I didn't play Verrupt that much. I mean, I've not played the World at War version. I played the Black Ops 1 and the World at War. Is there any other? Doesn't look like there is, but you know, it's not that bad. I mean, it's just a simple sort of World at War. You obviously added the perks, which is probably a good thing, but it's just you get your guns, you survive. That's basically it was. Not really much to say about Verrupt, so we're just going to move straight on to Ancient Evil, which this might be quite a few in here is controversial. I'm going to put Ancient Evil in good fun. I think out of all the Black Ops 4 maps, apart from 9, it's the one I played the most, and I just sort of like how it tied an end, well, I don't think it's the end to the Black Ops 4 storyline that wasn't the premise storyline. I mean, it was alright. To say it was a Black Ops 4 map, it was good. I just like the style, I like the way the map is, I like the Easter egg. You know, it was just fun. It's probably, like I said, if I'd gone Black Ops 4, apart from 9, it's the only map I'd play, really. So, it's on a good fun map. It's not the best, could have been definitely improved, but it's not bad. So it's going good. With Final Reich, I did not play that much, so I can't really. So let's get all the maps I didn't play out of the way. Right, so the maps that I didn't play with the Final Reich, Descent, the Darkest Shore, however you say that thing, Raven in the Woods, then we have Shaolin Shuffle, as I say that, and the Shadow Throne. So they're the maps that I haven't played enough to really give an opinion on. Bus Depot, I'm going to put it in bad because, I don't know, it was just boring. You had no perks, you had one box location, it was basically 2 rooms, and that was it. You know, there's sort of nothing new to it. It was just, you survive, and that was it. So it's going to be bad. It didn't really bring anything fun. You couldn't really replay it. I'm just going to go up from the maps that I want to go, so we'll go from the bottom to up. So delete from history. This first one, if I can find it, might shock a few people. Carrier. Well, this isn't the one that's going to shock a few people, but Carrier, it was just a bad map. I just, you know, obviously you had to pay for it, and it was like, why don't I pay for that? And I just don't think it led on to a good zombies experience in my opinion, so it's delete from history. Where's the next one? If I can find it. This one might shock you, Blood of the Dead. The only reason I've got it in delete from history is because it took what Mob of the Dead had, which I'll get into in a bit, and just made it worse. It took the Black Ops 3 storyline and messed it up completely. I just think it's a shambles of a map, you know. I think I played it at launch and DLC 1 came out, I didn't play it since. It just took a great map and a great story and just turned it into a piece of rubbish basically, so it should be deleted from history. That's a controversial one. I know quite a few people like Blood of the Dead, I do not personally. Then only one more that I want to put into delete from history was Attack of the Radioactive Thing. I mean, what was this map? I did not know how to do anything and I did not want to waste my time typing in tutorials and things. They nicked the sort of the map being grey until you turn off the power. Nicked it from Ascension. It just wasn't good. I don't think I turned on the power once when I played it. I just used to play it in black and white because I couldn't be bothered, and I just don't like the map, to be honest. I mean, it was close to being not played enough, but I played it quite a bit just because, yeah, why not? But yeah, now we're going on to very bad. Now, first one in very bad is Infection. I mean, I don't think it deserves to be deleted from history completely, but it was not good. I do not want to play this if I ever load up. What game was off now? Was it Infinite Warfare? I think it was Advanced Warfare. If I ever load up Advanced Warfare again, why I'd want to do that, I do not know. But if I ever do that again, this is definitely the map I'm not playing. I don't think it deserves to be deleted from history because it's not that bad, but it is very bad. It's one of the worst zombies maps in my opinion, you know, ever. And then I think the only one more I want to put, or probably two more actually, these might shock you, are Outbreak. Just because I just didn't like the map, to be honest. Again, just not much I can really say. I didn't really play it that much, but I played it enough to say that I didn't like it. And Alpha Omega, that might shock a lot of people. This, obviously, like I said, it led on from Blood of the Dead, completely ruining the Black Ops 3 storyline. It ruined Nuketown. I didn't like the thing of it. I didn't like how I had to get Pack-a-Punch and everything. It was just too much to do. The Easter egg for what you had to do to get a crappy little cutscene that wasn't even animated at the end, and it hyped everyone up for a big sort of boss fight for the Great War, and didn't even do that. It's a really bad map. I actually played it quite a bit. I just don't like it, you know. Very bad. It ruined Nuketown, it ruined the storyline, and I think it just summed up Black Ops 4 completely, to be honest. Going into bad, I'm going to put Farm, just because Bus Depot, it's the same thing, it's you survive. That's really it, to be honest. There's obviously no Pack-a-Punch, it's just get the raid one out of the box and you survive. It's quite boring. I'm going to obviously put Nocturne and Totem in. Actually, no, I'm going to say Nocturne and Totem. I'll put that in different. The Tortured Path, I'm going to put in bad. A lot of people have very bad opinions on this, and even I do think it was a waste of money. I don't think it was very bad. I still had a decent playing it. I could go back and replay it. It was just something that I could replay, but it was a very bad map to replay, if you get what I mean. I just didn't like anything about it. I don't think I even attempted the Easter egg at all. It was just shambles. And Shangri-La, let me find the other Shangri-La, if there's even another Shangri-La on here. Doesn't look like there is. Oh, there is. Now, a lot of people don't know this, but it was the only map on Black Ops 1 that wasn't made by Treyarch, it was made by Raven. And we know what maps they made in the future that were shambles. I don't like the look of Shangri-La, to be honest. I don't like the feel of it. It seems all over the place. You got the monkeys that come and come after you. You know, the mixed underwater theme, which I didn't think really worked. The underground theme, I just didn't like, to be honest. I don't like how you had to do the pack-a-punch. The Easter egg was just annoying. I don't know. It's the only map in, I think, apart from maybe like the ones down here, apart from Blood of the Dead, that I haven't made it past round 30 on, because I just don't want to. I cannot be bothered. Now, if it wasn't on Black Ops 1, it'd probably be further down here in very bad, because it was on a good game. I have to put it up to bad, but it just sort of, it was disappointing to say that it was on Black Ops 1 with some of the games that were on Black Ops 1. Another map I want to put on is the Beast from Beyond. Again, this was very close to going in, never played or not played enough, but I think I've played it enough to say that it is bad. That's all I'm going to say. Really, I just didn't like the map. I didn't really get what I was doing. I actually missed one I need to put on. Never played the Frozen Dawn. I never played that one. So I didn't even know that was a map, but we have cleared up. And then the last few going on bad, we are going to put Dead of the Night. I know this is a meme, especially for Mr. T-Lex Fine. You know, I don't know. I didn't mind it, to be honest. It wasn't. It was actually quite close to being average, but I don't think it deserved to go alongside the maps that are on average. It was bad. I could replay it. I actually did kind of, you know, it didn't get boring after a few attempts, but it was just a bad map. Some of the glitches and the bugs and things. I didn't like how they went back in time for the storyline, and it just didn't really make any sense. So it is going on bad. And then there's one more map, if I can find it, that I want to put on bad, and that is going to be, where is it? There it is, classified. Yeah, like with Blood of the Dead, they took 5, which was a very good map, and just made it bad, in my opinion. You know, they could have done so much with it. The glitches at the start with the Easter egg, you know, cutscene not even being put in for 2 weeks. It was a shambles. It sums up Black Ops 4 completely. Shambles everywhere. So we're going to average now. And quite a few maps I want to put on average. The first one is the Giant. Just because it was quite boring. You sit on the catwalk. You basically just did what Derice did, really. And that reminds me, we're going to put Derice on as well. I know Derice brought pack punching, but I don't know, it was just kind of boring. It was still the World at War aspect where you get guns and you survive. There wasn't much to it. Obviously, it introduced Easter eggs with the flytrap Easter egg, but there wasn't really much to it. And then we have Zetsubou. I mean, it's the most confusing map of Black Ops 3. I think I've only done Easter egg once. I don't really like green maps. This is like swampy maps, that's why I'm going to put Shinonuma in there as well. I don't like the feel and the look of like Shinonuma and maps like that. So it's going in average. I don't really hate it, but I don't like it. It's not something I want to play all the time. I will play it every once in a while, but that's something I want to play all the time. We have Shinonuma Chronicles. And we have Varrox Chronicles down here as well. Slap that on there. And then we have Not, which I'm going to put in there as well. We have Not from Chronicles as well. Like I said, it's just boring. You survive. There's not really much to it. Yeah. I think I've got one more map I want to put in average, and then we've got the last 3 tiers. And the next map I want to put in average is Nuketown, because it took basically what the farm and the bus depot had, but it mixed up a bit with the fallen perks and the sort of the moon link up, and it made it a bit more interesting. It had more weapons as well, and it had a bit more to do than farm and bus depot. But yeah, Nuketown is last to go on average. So up to good fun maps now. I think I'm just going to get all these out of the way that I want to put on. We have Voyage of Despair. Then we have Gurad Krovi, Targ, Ascension, 5 Revelations, Ascension Chronicles, Die Rise, Transit, and 5 AZ. So obviously Voyage of Despair. These sort of Voyage of Despair down to Ascension, I obviously, I can describe. They're good fun maps. They weren't bad maps in my opinion. They just weren't the best. They're good to play. If I were ever to boot up any of them games, I would play them. But I don't think they deserve to be up there with the likes of Great and Best. And 5AC again, obviously a new, I think the first Cold War map I've put in. It was good, but it wasn't the greatest map ever. I think there could have been more done with all of these maps that wasn't, especially Revelations. I thought they could have done way more with that. But yeah, with Die Rise and Transit, that might shock quite a few people. I like Transit just because of the diversity. You have obviously 4 different places in one map. It's big. They got the bus. And Die Rise, I just like the way it is. I know I criticised Die Rise quite a bit because of the way it is, sort of the skyscraping map where it's not outwards, it's upwards where all the map is. But it was still a good map, I liked it. So yeah, now we're going to the great maps. So we're going to do great. So I think we only have Call of the Dead, Moon, 9 and Kino to put in great. Now the reason I'm putting these in great is because I don't think they deserve the best maps ever, but they are amazing maps themselves. Call of the Dead and Moon, I see it on Black Ops 1, a great game. I like how Moon ended off Black Ops 1 by blowing up the Earth, and it just gave something we hadn't got before with the anti-gravity atmosphere. Call of the Dead was a good break. Obviously, you've not got the main characters. I know the Easter egg does involve the main characters, but not in a big way. Also, I like the fact that you've got George Romero. It adds something fun to do. You kill him and you get the Wonderwaff. It has a reward. I just like the way the maps look. Kino was, it was a good map, but the only thing that I think keeping away from best map is the replayability wasn't the best. It was a bit boring after a while. Seeing it was the base map on Black Ops 1. And then 9 would be best map ever, in my opinion, if it wasn't on Black Ops 4. It was just the bugs and the glitches. It was the map I played the most on Black Ops 4. It's only map I did the Easter egg on Black Ops 4, even though it was quite hard. So yeah, it is. If this was on Black Ops 3, it would be best maps ever. And then obviously we only have a few more left. I think 1 or 2 of these might shock you that I'm putting them up as best maps ever. And I'll explain why I've got each and every one of them up where they are. So, Shadows of Evil. It was Black Ops 3, the first map, and it just looks amazing. The Easter egg was nice and easy for casual players. You got the swords. They took the 4-player Easter egg, which was a bit harder to figure out. I like how it took the 1940s and 1950s sort of aesthetic and put it into the modern game. I like everything was perfect. I think it couldn't have been any better. If you tried to make it better, you would have made it worse by changing it. I like sort of the subway station, the pack-a-punch, you have to work for it. It was a nice casual map, but it also pleased the sort of the better players in a way. So I have to say for that. I think Mob of the Dead, obviously you can't argue with that being the best, obviously. It was just different. I liked how the Easter egg, where the boss fight where if you weasel you could try and kill the others. it was just different at the time, and it was a good break from the Invictus, obviously, games and stuff, maps, I say games and maps. Brought in Afterlife, which was a new nice thing. Obviously 4 new characters, the weapon choices and things. And I just liked how they brought the actual real life story aspect into the map. Rise and Drag, again, a bit like Origins. It basically took what Origins was and just put it in a new map. Basically, everything I like about Origins, brought back to Rise and Drag. Zombies in Spaceland might shock quite a few people. I like it. I like the fact that they put a zombies map in a theme park. I like the ride, so you can get tickets. I see like the traps, like the crocodile trap, the alligator trap. You know, you got the alien with the laser on his head. You know, it's just different. You know, it's sort of it was quite vibrant but dark at the same time. And I think if it was on a Black Ops 3 game, it'd be my favourite map. I did say that I was going to come to my favourite map. Rise and Drag is my favourite map, by the way, guys. It was buried, and it was Origins, it was Rise and Drag. It hasn't changed yet. See, Town. I grew up on Town. If I went for Town, I probably wouldn't be playing zombies as frequently as I was. It was great, and it wasn't like Bus Depot or Farm where it was boring. You could just keep playing. It was something about Town that was just better than them two. Then you got Buried, which again, it was just a good map. The Easter egg, I remembered it off. Quite a few people say it's boring, but I don't think it is in my opinion. You have The Machine and Nuketown, and I think Cold War's doing a great job at the moment for zombies. It sort of revived zombies after Black Ops 4 failed. I just like the way they are. I don't think it's just Cold War in general, but I just like the way they are. So that is my zombies list. If you do like the video, or you just want to see help me out, or just see any other content, please like and subscribe. Like I said before, I might start streaming some stuff. Like I said, I've got a big video that I'm working on that's going to be coming out real soon. So if you want to see what that is, make sure to subscribe. And if anyone wants to react to this, I don't know why anyone would. If like a big YouTuber somehow finds this, feel free. I don't really mind to react to it. I guess it's publicity for me, but like I said, as if anyone does, I doubt they will. But yeah, I'll see you in the next one.